Hi everyone, I'm Rick Beato. On today's Everything Music, it's What Makes This Song Great, episode 14. The band is Rage Against the Machine and the song is Killing in the Name Of. Let's get started. So Rage Against the Machine is one of my favorite bands from the 90s. They're an amazing band to see live, which I saw a number of times, and they have some of the most killer guitar riffs and vocals of any band of the 90s. This particular tune is off their self-titled debut record. The record came out at the end of 92, I believe November of 92. And this single was really starting to happen sometime in the later part of 1993 is when I remember it being on the radio. But it has a really unique drop D guitar riff. I'm going to start at the top of the track. I'm going to play you the intro because it has a number of different parts in it. There's all these little elements that make up the song. It's got this introduction, which I'll play right here. The first thing you'll notice on that D major chord is the flanging going on in the guitars. Here's the left and right guitars, so you can check it out. Two of the people that I want to credit right up front for producing the record and mixing it are Canadian producer Garth Richardson and mixer Andy Wallace, who also mixed Nirvana Nevermind and many of the heavy bands of the 90s, including Jeff Buckley, who he also produced. Let's check out this feedback lick that pans before it comes in with the intro main guitar riff. Now that's a really cool riff, but what may be even cooler is the drum part that goes over that. That's one of the things about Andy Wallace's mixes is that they're incredibly punchy. The way that he uses compression on them. The snare drum has a beautiful explosive reverb on it, and it's just, everything is just so tight on it. Now these are really heavily gated. Really explosive sounding. Love that sound. Now let's check out the bass here at the beginning, because one of the things about the bass after it comes in on the long notes is you notice the bass has reverb on it. It's a really unusual thing to do, putting reverb on the bass. It gives it a space that you wouldn't normally hear, and it actually fills it out, especially with a bass sound that is very bright like this. So let's hear the bass and guitars on the main riff. You'll notice that the reverb on the bass actually fills in the space where the guitar has the breaks. The guitars are super dry. The second part goes like this. So after this first section plays, we have the first entrance of the vocals, which gives you the hook line right here. Killing in the name of. Then we're into the real main riff of the song. This is one of my favorite drop D riffs of all time, I have to say. So here's the guitars on it. Let's hear what the bass is doing during that. That fuzz bass is what makes that single note riff have even more power. When you combine the fuzz bass along with the guitars, listen. If the fuzz bass wasn't doing that, listen to it in the verse when the fuzz is off the bass. It doesn't have the intensity. Now, granted, it's not as loud, but that bass without the fuzz on it doesn't really have that kind of power that it needs when it explodes into that main riff. So the drums go into halftime in this heavy riff part. Check it out. When we drop into the verse and the guitars go to the muted part, check out what the drums do. Then it opens up in the chorus. So the guitar builds up over the hook line like this. And then. So it does that a number of times. Then the guitars come in with this muted part. After it goes through that riff 8 times, it starts doing the slide offs like this. Then it pulls in the power chords here with the riff. It goes. It does that over. Let's talk about Zack de la Rocha. Now, he's not really a singer. He's not really a rapper. I wouldn't call him a rapper. He is an intense vocalist. He's got this excitement and conviction to his voice. Let's check it out here in the verse.
Some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses. Some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses.
Next intensity.
Some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses. Some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses. Killing in the name of. Killing in the name of.
That's what really makes this song great. Now the post-chorus section actually goes into a triplet feel or a shuffle feel. Check it out.
And now you do what they told ya. And now you do what they told ya.
Snare makes it have that triplet feel. Then here's a big fill. Let's check out this next section with the bass and drum, where the drums really open up. So following the post-chorus section, we're back to this. Then we go all the way through the verse into the next chorus. As the song progresses, the vocals get even more intense. Listen to that. Love it.
Killing in the name of. Killing in the name of.
Now in the next pre-chorus section, you'll notice the vocals come forward because they have no reverb on them. Listen.
Now you do what they told you. Now you do what they told you.
Dry.
And now you do what they told you. And now you do what they told you.
And then the vocals come in
what they told you. You're under control.
with the answer.
Now you do what they told you. Now you're under control. And now you do.
So this section leads up to this really big scream. Check it out.
Now you do what they told you. Those who died.
The groove and the vocals here in this next section before the guitar solo is really, really intense. The groove between the vocals and the drums. Listen.
Those who died are justified, but wearing the badge and your chosen white. You're justified. Those that died, but wearing the badge and your chosen white.
Next, we have the lead in into the guitar solo.
Come on.
So the solo's played with a digital whammy pedal. You started hearing these things in the early 90s. The first time I remember was on Even Better Than the Real Thing by U2, which came out in 1991. And then obviously this that was done in 92, and Radiohead used it as well. So it became common. So the pedal here, it's made by Digitech. On this particular solo, it has a throw. Has a throw of 2 octaves. Okay, so here's what he plays. So he's doing a tremolo. So he's on that. That's really the basic idea. Pretty fun. So after the solo, we have this build-up. They have this rising part here. And then back to the ending section. And then into the ending here. A great ending there. You hear that China cymbal hanging over. So in the ending here, it's got a little D minor 7 chord. So he's going, So you just got, you hear that 4th there. Really, really cool. That's all for now. Please subscribe here to my Everything Music YouTube channel. If you're interested in the Beato book, you can go to my website at www.rickbeato.com. Don't forget to check out the playlist with the other episodes of What Makes This Song Great. Thanks for watching.